Hello, comrades! Welcome back to Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. My name, of course, is a Potato. Right, I want to get it down. I want to make it aware. Today, we're gonna make some vehicles. You're gosh darned right we are. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be brilliant. It's just worth going over where we are at the moment. So currently, we don't have much money. 25 rubles to be exact. But that's okay. We're about to take out another substantial loan that will allow us to fund the development of a vehicle assembly area, a vehicle assembly line. We'll do that in just a sec. However, we're also working on asphaltifying the main road pretty much from the bridge right over to the, I guess, the massive trunk road that we've got over here, just that runs next to the pipeline. What we're also waiting for is the pipeline to be finished. I actually kind of expect that the pipeline will, if not totally finished by the end of this episode, will definitely be the vast majority of the way there. What I've actually done is I've queued up all of the little supply roads that lead into the pumping station. They've all been queued up with the construction depot thing, the construction office. So we'll just wait for all of those to get done, and then we will go and assign the pumps to get built as well. But that is actually probably going to be completed over the course of this here episode. Mini Constructo is looking fan-flippin-tastic, if I do say so myself. I'm very, very happy with the way that it looks. The bridge, the train bridge, I mean, is 30% of the way done. Yeah, it's fine. Not too unhappy with that. And then we're also similarly working on asphaltifying this road from the tunnel all the way up to the proper highway, so that we're going to be able to deliver resources to and from Potatograd with lightning quick speed. It's gonna be absolutely brilliant. Okay, so first thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna take out a big old hunking loan. Look at this, only a 4.8% rate of interest. That is really flippin' good, actually, given that given that we were taking out loans at a 5.1% rate a while ago. So this is actually a return to a reasonably okay level of interest. So I'll actually take that. We're also soon gonna see this loan lapse as well. So that's something that we're looking forward to. There's a couple of little bridging loans. I say bridging loans. Every loan's a bridging loan, right? But there's a couple of those that are going to be expiring soon as well, because we've tried to get that. We've tried to get those loans as short as possible. Anyway, the point that I was trying to make earlier is that, yes, we are indeed going to be building vehicles. I want to try and produce as many KMZ 5, 4, 10 trucks as I possibly can. I think that's what they're called. I can't really recall. But let me have a little look. What do we require? We need a vehicle assembly line. We don't need a railway production line yet. I think a vehicle production line at the moment is totally fine, and we do actually have a dry dock. Now, we cannot manufacture boats at a medium dry dock. However, if we were to build a big dry dock, then, or if we were to build a, there's a difference between a ship dock and a dry dock. A dry dock, it looks like we are able to build our own boats. So that's something that we might want to consider. We might want to consider at some point. By the way, there's been a couple of questions about whether or when I will get personalized transport for people. The answer to that is probably never, because it's absolutely garbage on so many levels, and therefore I don't want to ever get it. I'll perhaps explain why it's so garbage at a later date, but for now, just take my word on it. It's garbage. It really is very, very bad. Okay, so a vehicle production line, I mean, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. Don't get me wrong. We've got plenty of space. We've got plenty of space to stick it down. What is the primary component that we really require? I mean, we require quite a lot of steel. We could put it up on the hill. I feel like seeing if we could, try put it maybe somewhere over here might not be the craziest idea in the world, because that way, I tell you what, right over there would be a pretty good place to put it, because that would mean that we'd be able to benefit from the trains coming in from Constructingrad, which would be pretty darn good. Let me see about the viability of doing this. just for a second. Yeah, I mean, a little bit of a pain, but, you know, I think it should be just fine indeed. We might need to irritatingly move some significant pillars. Also, I can just let the game play whilst we're chatting here. Yeah, we might need to move some electricity pylons, but round about this area might not be the worst idea that I've ever had. And that is primarily because we could get a link set up between the steel mill, hopefully, and the vehicle assembly line. And that way, we can basically already have mechanical components which are produced in that warehouse right there, or stored in that warehouse right over there. And then also we can link up the steel mill from that storage area over there, and that will allow us to do what we need to do and get absolutely everything. Right, what are the chances of making this happen? You know what? I actually think I'm optimistic. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna have to reconfigure this. We're gonna have to reconfigure this in a major way. And the problem with reconfiguring this is I'm going to have to rush build all of the cabling, otherwise half the map is going to go without power, and I really do not want that to happen. Okay, so let's get that sorted first. Let's get that sorted. We're gonna take it back from here to here. Yep, perfect. And then we'll go round the edge. Angle of connection is too sharp. Don't worry, we can do slightly less sharp. There we go. Okay, so that's going to cost 26,000 rubles. That's fine. Let's do the same with this pylon area over here. We're going to want to go round, give it a wide berth. There we go, and in fact, disconnect that one as well, just for good measure. Perfect. Okay, and that's another 26,000. So hopefully we shouldn't be without power for too long. And there we go. What do you know? We've now regained power, which is very important. Okay, let's get back to flattening this area out. It shouldn't take us too much longer. Yeah, we shouldn't have any issues now that all of the pylons have been removed. We are going to need a little bit of extra space over here for a bunch of the storages. Something else that I haven't really touched on is that we will require probably some plastics, some chemicals, fabric as well, and we're going to, of course, need somewhere to store all of those goods. Tell you what, though, we could probably just store fabrics in the warehouse over here. Also, I think it's slightly easier if I do this. Yeah. Slightly easier, slightly quicker if I utilize the excavators for the leveling. I mean, it doesn't look like I'm making much progress at the moment. However, rest assured, it's happening. Okay, and then once we're a little bit higher, we'll take the opportunity just to do a little bit of flattening. Brilliant, and what do you know? We're pretty much there. All right, brilliant. Also, we're going to need to reduce the number of trucks that we have coming in here and collecting mechanical components. We're probably going to have to reduce the number of mechanical components that we're actually selling, just in general, because it's too many. Anyway, okay, look, that's actually not too shabby. That's not too shabby at all. Let me go into vehicle production, see if that's at all possible. Can we build here? We are like millimeters away. Yeah, go again. Little bit over here. What we can do rather easily is flatten up a little bit over at the edge. If we have the ground space for a blueprint to go down, or we have the space for this to go down, then that means that we're going to be able to use the blueprint as an opportunity to smooth out the land a little bit more, and it just seems to happen a little bit quicker. So, for example, if I go into power plant, yeah, you can see that if I do this, for some obscure reason, when the power plant is when the power plant floor plan is down, it just seems to happen faster. Look at that. I don't know why. I have absolutely no idea why that works, but there we go. I was hoping to do the same with the vehicle assembly area. I guess that was an ambitious aim, but no matter. Okay, the reason that I want to get this down right away, primarily, as you can probably tell, is because it's going to take a while to build, and I plan to build this whole thing by hand. My ideal positioning would be pretty much directly right there. Yeah, that is my ideal positioning, right? So let's talk about this, because that means that the road connection can be connected up. That means that we've got plenty of space behind over here for any extra storage, and it means that at the left-hand side, I can't really point to it, but the warehouse over there at the right, the warehouse over there at the right can link up with these two industrial connections, and then can also go around the back. I mean, that is a pretty abysmal way of explaining exactly what I would like to see happen. However, what's clear is we need just a little bit more space over here, and then we will be absolutely golden. Okay. Our money is decreasing at rather a pace, and that is rather irritating to me. But no matter, no matter. Hopefully we'll get the pipeline up and running at some point during the course of this episode as well, which is really, really good. We can hope. Once we've got the pipeline online, I mean, it's going to make such a tremendous difference. It's going to feel like an entirely different game. We're going to be making so much flippin' money. It's going to be actually disgusting. Right. Okay, so that is about what we're after, I think. Yes. Okay. Let's get it built. Brilliant. Okay, I didn't even check. What do we need to build this? Nothing really of interest, to be honest. In fact, it's all relatively easy to do. Yep, that's totally fine. Okay, too sharp a turn. Too steep of a descent. There we go. There we go, and there we go. Okay, I mean, that is completely fine. Gravel road, yes please, let's do that. Maybe it shouldn't have been gravel road, actually, in hindsight. Because, to be honest, I don't really care about the road for now, do I? No, I do not. I care about the fact that we need to get this vehicle place done. That is the important fact of the matter here. There we go. That's good news. Okay, so we should see a whole bunch of construction offices automatically assign themselves to work on the vehicle production line. I'm optimistic. Also, look, this bridge is done. Brilliant. Look at that. That is fantastic. We will get this road gravelified. Yep, and that road gravelified as well. In fact, that road should probably be asphaltified, but that's fine. It doesn't look like anyone is automatically assigning themselves to working on the vehicle assembly area. That's fine. We can manually do this. I'm okay with that. I've got experience with manually adding stuff to the list of construction offices now. Very, very experienced. Okay, you go there. Brilliant. Concrete, gravel, asphalt. We are going to need a gargantuan number of dumper trucks, that's for sure. We're also going to need some open hull trucks as well. There we go. What else? Concrete mixers. Get more concrete mixers. Is building on fire. We'll deal with that in a sec. I'll pause just to make sure that I don't forget. How have I atrophied 100,000 rubles already? How has that happened? That's not good. That is absolutely not good. Right. Dumper trucks. Sure. More dumper trucks. Let's flip and go. Okay. I mean, we should see pretty much every office that I've assigned should now be mobilizing. So that's pretty good. Okay, we need to sort out a food route as well. I haven't forgotten about that single solitary food route. How am I doing? Exports, yeah, not looking too bad. Imports, how are we looking on imports? Clothes imports are actually quite a lot. Steel imports, yeah, I mean, that's because of the pylons that I needed to rush build. But that's an excusable expense, I suspect. There's a fire, thank goodness. I didn't remember that we had a fire over there, but that's absolutely a-okay. Fine. Food, we got plenty of food. Food, we got plenty of food. Brilliant. The only thing that I was going to worry about in terms of food... Oh, actually, clothes. Clothes. Do we have clothes over here? We do not have clothes over there. Do we have two? We've got 2 lorries there. Okay. Don't wait until unloaded. And give me a brand new truck. Covered hull. Yeah. Just cheap, actually. Just really cheap, really cheerful. Sure. I don't think I've got one of those trucks before. I don't think I've ever bought one of these trucks. Load 100% of clothes. Do not wait until loaded. Go over here. Unload 100% of anything. Don't wait until unloaded. Brilliant. It's that simple. It's that simple, folks. That's what we need to do. Cool. We got plenty of fuel over there. And so that will sort itself out in terms of clothes. Clothes over in Potatograd. I don't actually think that we're supplying clothes over in Potatograd, are we? No, I do not think that we are. Yeah, we only have food and refrigerated trucks. So let's get 2 clothes trucks. Cool. Here, load 100% of clothes. Unload 100% of clothes. Brilliant. We're not going to faff around with wait until unloaded orders or anything like that. We don't frankly have the ability to do that. Also, electronics. I really should not be buying in electronics. Please, let's not buy in electronics, folks. This is a serious business. Okay. Good. All right, go. Thing is that we are clearly moving. We're clearly moving food. Sorry, we're clearly moving food and clothes to the warehouse. Not enough food, mind you, but that's fine. We're clearly moving food and clothes, but we're not moving the clothes out to where it needs to be. But that is fine. Okay, concrete, gravel, asphalt, all of that stuff is going to be worked on over the course of the next wee while. Is there any way to speed up access to this industrial area? I feel like there should be, but there's just not. Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to see a lot of dumper trucks slowly but surely make their way out to where they need to go to. Yep, we're picking up a whole bunch of gravel from the gravel storage area. That's cool. We can also set up an industrial connection over there. Cool. Very, very nice indeed. And an industrial connection. Ideally, I want it to go right over to there. However, I suspect I might have to put in a couple of factory connections, and therefore it's gonna have to have a forklift system in here somewhere. That's not the end of the world. We can just about deal with that. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's give that a shot. Nice. Alright, very, very good indeed. Very, very happy with that. Ah, people are moving directly from the train station over to here. Okay. That's fine. How many workers do we have waiting at the platform in Potatograd? Quite a lot, actually. Quite a lot. That worries me. Maybe we should try and move some Potatograd workers up here. We could try and merge these two lines somehow. Although that is going to get messy very, very quickly. Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all. I'll have to consider that. Okay. I would like you to go back to the depot because we need to start cutting back on the number of trucks that we have taking mechanical components to the border, since we're going to need a butt ton of mechanical components to manufacture cars. A butt ton is perhaps a slight exaggeration, but not a tremendous one. Okay, you are going to need to go over here as well, and we'll find 2 more trucks, 1 and 2, both of which can be sent to the depot. Cool. Cool. There we go. Just like that. Alright, grand. Grand. So we're cutting back the number of trucks that we're using to deliver mechanical components to the border, which is fine. That'll make a big old difference, I suspect. I hope. Yeah, also, why are we not doing this? Why are we not making progress on the asphalt front? Not entirely sure, to be honest. There's a lot of asphalt that we can currently make, and we're just not making any of it. That's a bit disappointing there, but whatever. Also, why the heck is there a flippin' traffic jam over here? That ain't good. That ain't good. Also, it's time for the every episode tunnel check. Look at that. Look at that. We're on 29% on both of the tunnels. We're waiting for a couple of workers, but that's probably because there's a bus that's stuck in traffic, I would imagine. The bus is right over there. Yeah. That's cool. That's totally fine. We can just about endure waiting for that to occur. So that is in place. That's good. I'm happy with that. I mean, to be honest, I've not really needed any money thus far. I kind of expected that I would need a little bit more cash. But I just haven't. I just haven't needed any cash. These flats need to be demolished. I need to relocate all the citizens into my brand new build. Demolish that flat. And is this within walking distance? It is indeed. Also, is this flat within walking distance to the kindergarten? It is indeed. Fantastic. It's not within walking distance to the hospital. But who cares? Doesn't particularly matter because there's an ambulance in the hospital as well, which is great. Okay, that's really good. I'm pretty happy with that. That flat was just sort of an extra surplus to capacity requirement, which should help to hold any children that the area of Mini Constructo end up having. You know, they'll go and live. They'll go and live in the Mini Constructo Flats prefab building 4. So that's kind of cool. Okay, we are working on a bunch of the roads. As I said, I assigned all of the little roads at the very start, just before the episode started. I assigned all of the little roads to be built, and so after the roads are done, that means that we're able to build the pumps, and once we're able to build the pumps, we're in luck. Okay, so let's assign the pump's already been assigned there. Assign that pump. Assign that pump. Assign that pump. Assign that. Assign that. That's been assigned. Assign that. Assign that. Assign that. And we can't assign that because the road hasn't been built yet. But it will be. Mark my words. It will be. Okay. Brilliant. We need to get food set up, food deliveries set up to this small shopping center over here as well. However, as I noted in the last episode, I'm a little bit concerned at the lack of food that we actually have out at Kobe Warehouse. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all, actually. It's not good at all. I mean, we've got one truck that takes food to the grocery store. Yeah. But we don't have a truck that takes meat over here. Do we have meat storage? We don't actually have meat storage over here. The problem with grocery stores is they only have one loading slot. I mean, we could theoretically get a road cargo station out here, actually. But this almost doesn't seem worth it. Yeah, it almost doesn't seem worth it. Yeah, I think we'll just leave that area as it is for now. But what I do want to do, you know those trucks that I consigned to going back to the depot? That's right, two of them. Let me just clear their working orders. Yeah. So these trucks can instead be engaged in the transport of food from the food factory, which is missing crops. Is there an issue with forklifts? No, there's no issue with forklifts. That's fine. There's just an issue with food supply. Yeah, well, you know what? We're trying our best. We're trying our best. Is there any food to harvest on the fields? Not really. I actually think that we're using the vast majority of our produced food. We're using the vast majority of our crops. Yeah, that's brilliant. Okay, that's cool. That's really good. I mean, it's not good that we've run out of food, but, you know, I guess it's good news. Okay, let me just assign this truck over here. Load 100%. Wait until loaded. Food. Right. Then you're going to go and unload that food over here. Yeah. I mean, the other alternative is to, like, unload it at the store here. I mean, we could do that. However, this is mechanical component storage. I don't want to keep food in the same area that I'm keeping, you know, building materials and stuff. I feel like that's just going to get messy real quick. Okay, so two of these trucks. There we go. You two are going to be engaged in moving more food. And you are going to go from this food storage area over here. Yep. Load 100% of food. Wait until loaded. And then you're going to go back over here. Wait until unloaded. And I'm going to get you to start as well. Okay. I know it's not perfect, but it is the way that I wish to do it. Because otherwise, we're gonna end up having problems really, really quickly. And I don't want to have problems really quickly. I wanna postpone my problems for as long as possible. Hence all the bridging loans. Hence all the prevarication, procrastination, all of it. It's all to postpone the inevitable failure. I joke. I sincerely hope that I do not fail to do whatever I am doing. Okay, how are we getting along? How are we coming along over here? Not bad, actually. Not bad at all. Lots and lots of stuff is happening. We're back up over a decent chunk of change. That's not too bad. Take that any day of the week. Okay, good. Part of the problem is that we're going to have lots of workers waiting to get unloaded, and none of them are going to be able to make it to where they need to be because they're all going to end up getting destroyed before we get there. As in, they're all just going to despawn. Which is actually, I tell you what, a great segue into talking about why personalized cars are so bad. Sure, right? I get it. Everyone wants to drive a car in a Soviet Republic. I get it. Makes perfect sense. Everyone wants to drive a car. It's easier to get to work. Sure, you're not wrong. However, the problem with that is that private cars, people have to get in the car. They have to walk to the car parking space. Then they have to get into the car. Then they have to drive to work. They have to park their car at work, get out of their car, walk to work, and then when they come back from work, they have to do that whole process in reverse. Whereas at the moment, these people right here in this bus, yep, they've just despawned right there. So they, I don't know what the maximum length of time is. There's a fire. I don't know what the maximum time length is, but basically, it doesn't matter how long they're on the site. They have a cutoff point, and after that point, just like that, they'll despawn, and they will teleport back home. And, you know, it's actually much, much easier to deal with people that teleport back home as opposed to have to get in a car, waste fuel, and drive back home. So that's why personalized cars in this game are garbage in comparison to the existing teleportation capacity that everyone seems to just natively have. So there you go. A little bit of inside baseball knowledge there on why we're making certain decisions. Okay, but good. Crops. We're actually not doing too bad on the crop front. Are we okay? We're doing okay collecting all of the... Yeah, I think we're doing okay collecting all of the crops here. 3 tons ready to transport over there. That's fine. Oh, no. I thought that was connected. Oh, it's not connected. It wasn't connected. It wasn't connected. It wasn't connected. Oh, what a shame. I mean, look, that sucks, but it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world at all. It gives us an opportunity, actually. In fact, I actually remember what I had built there. I had one of these. Yeah. I had one of these built here. Gives us an opportunity, actually, to clean this area up just a smidgen. So, I actually am kind of grateful for that fire. Want this one, yeah. actually kind of grateful for that fire. As crazy as that actually sounds to say, it was actually beneficial for us. It might not be beneficial to try and find a place for this thing to go, because it will undoubtedly be a bit of a pain. Okay, I think it was round about there. Now, maybe this was just a regular engine conveyor here. Yeah, maybe it was. I think it was a regular engine conveyor. Alright, cool. Alright, if that's the case, it's even easier to connect up then. Ah, brilliant. Alright, fantastic. Brilliant, connect that up. So is that, yeah, that's this whole network connected up now, right? Apart from that building over there. However, can that maybe be connected up through... No, that is definitely overambitious to think that it could fit in that place. Fit through that space. That's not a problem. Okay, 50 grand. I mean, look, that is money that I ideally would rather not spend. However, it's the reality of the situation. Sometimes life gives you lemons. You gotta make lemonade. I can at least pretend to have benefited from that situation, can't I? Yeah, I can at least pretend. Man, I am... This train network is just... it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. Good progress on the vehicle assembly line, though. That's not too shabby at all. Any chance that we can perhaps get some bulldozers out here? Yeah, let's get these guys assigned so that we're getting a better return on our investment. I mean, it's within the 3,000 meter range. I suspect that it's just because... Yeah, I suspect... Okay, hold on. I suspect that it's just because it takes rather a long time to actually arrive... Rather a long time to actually arrive at the place. Are we going to see some more auto-assigning happen now? No, it doesn't look like we'll see any more auto-assigning happening now. Okay, well, I've added a good number. Are we going to see any bulldozers mobilize? No. Doesn't look like any bulldozers are going to mobilize. Not as far as I'm aware. A little bit disappointing there, but no matter. Okay, we can only do what we can do. 172 tons of concrete and 4.8 tons of asphalt are required. That's totally fine. Tell you what I will also do. I will also connect up footpath there to there to there to there. There we go. Looking good. Pretty happy about that. And then everything should just get built here. This stuff needs to get assigned to someone or to some construction depot. But that's okay. Also, we have a chronic shortage of cement mixers, I think. Cement mixers seem to be what we require. We also need proper road all the way up here. Yeah, so you know what? I'm going to set about getting a little bit of asphalt road here. Can I do this? There we go. That's not looking too bad. Yep, get that built. That's not going to interfere at all with anything. Nope, that's not going to work either. Okay. What about through here? No, it's not going to work either. Okay, you know what? Just don't worry. Just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about that little extra bit. That's fine. Okay, so now we should be shuttling as many workers as we possibly can. Shuttle across here from Constructingrad. A couple of buses don't have anything on them, but don't have any workers on them, but that's fine. Totally fine. And then, oh look, here come the excavators. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. The rest of the stuff that needs to get done is pretty much cement mixer rolls, actually. Tell you what, this is a good opportunity to, yeah, specify a source concrete plant. And then we will just buy a whole bunch of concrete mixers. We'll buy the most expensive concrete mixer, actually. The Zill. I say that, though. No, we'll buy the T148. There we go. Costs a pretty penny, actually, especially when you buy whatever it is, 12 of them. I mean, that cost over 140,000 rubles. However, I actually think that that would be super worthwhile. Let's get that assigned to right over there. Brilliant. And we should see a couple of these guys get mobilized. Or just not, I guess. That's cool, too. Okay, we need cement for this. No, we don't need cement for that. We just need gravel. Okay, well, I can assign you to go and deal that one there. And that one there. Cool. Let's go and get that done. Alright. Now we've got a whole bunch of machinery on site. We've got 4 excavators. Do we have any more excavators? Or is that all of our excavating capacity? That's actually 100% of our excavating capacity. Okay, you know what we're doing? We're buying excavators. There we go. Again, another ridiculous ton of excavators. But it's worth it. Okay. Now, does that mobilize any additional excavators? I mean, how many excavators can we actually have on site? How many do we need on site? Is 4 the max number of machines that we can have on a plant this size? I guess we'll find out. Guess we'll find out in just a second. Either way, that's looking pretty darn good. This road is sorting itself out. That's brilliant. This road is sorting itself out. Everything is looking fine on that front. Very, very happy with that. Cool. Cool. Radio station is still underwhelming disappointment. Advanced engineering is happening at a rate of knots. Not as fast as I would like it to be, however. We need to import smart people. That's what we need to do. I mean, Petrograd does need an overhaul. I've talked about this extensively and how Petrograd is just not looking anywhere near as nice as it should be looking at this moment in time. It really should be looking and feeling a little bit nicer. Tell you what, let me see if I can try build some more sports facilities over here. Just whilst we're waiting for everything else to get built. You know, we might as well. There we go. Yeah, and then... no. Okay, football playground. Another football playground. And a tennis playground over there. Brilliant. Okay, so that'll be stuff that can definitely be auto-built. That's fine. I do want to get a place for smart people. I mean, I suspect that our school education isn't even going that well. Goodness gracious me. Why the heck is that the case? No church down here. We can get a church down here. We can get a church. I will indeed get a church for these people to visit. Okay, good. I will build that and then just build that for 71 rubles. That's fine. Okay, church down there. Maybe that will allow people to chill out a little bit more. That's cool. So there are adult children, 21, still living with parents. Now, supposedly, these people can't actually work if they're living with their parents. So if I was to move them to somewhere, then supposedly they would be able to work. So we need to provide like more housing for these kids to move out. I don't know if I need to move them manually or if they will just automatically move around. But we do need to like continually be building more and more and more houses. It's something that I was thinking about just the other day. But the problem is that the I guess the metro center, the metropolitan center of Petrograd is actually looking fairly congested at this moment in time. I'm not really sure where the heck else we're supposed to put a flat. I mean, maybe a flat over here? Does actually look like we might be able to fit one in there. Yeah, sure. Okay, do that. Okay, do that. That is gonna get built, presumably. Yep. A bunch of construction offices automatically gonna start work on that, which is pretty nice. How are we doing over here? We're missing concrete. Well, that's why I got a bunch of extra concrete mixers, video game. And now we're presumably waiting for one singular concrete mixer. I feel like this is the one. 3.8 tons of concrete. 3.8 tons of concrete. That is indeed the one. Unbelievable. Right, well, no matter. Get that done too. We got a paver over here. We don't have a paver over there. But we should get one. Also, I'm going to briefly assign... Have I already assigned both of these to the vehicle assembly factory? Because we're going to need cranes when we do the steel framing or whatever the next stage of production is. That's looking good. No workers or mechanism. I will assign that. Yep, so that should dispatch a bulldozer to go and work on things. Similarly, I will do that as well, so we can get people to work on it as well. That'd be good. Very, very good indeed. Okay, alright. That's a little bit more reasonable, actually. We're gonna get a bunch of sports facilities set up around the place. No workers and mechanisms. Yeah, are we actually gonna be able to build... Yeah, we should actually be able to build it. Sometimes the vehicles are allowed to drive up on pads, other times they're not. Fire station, we do actually shockingly have a fire station here, ready to jump into action. Is that really the quickest route to get to there? Let me see if I can speed that up a little bit. There we go. You know, just to make sure that the firefighters have a slightly quicker route of getting to where they need to go. Okay, firefighters are busy fighting fire over there. Cool. Alright, 1.8 tons of food, a little bit of clothing. Have we stemmed the flow? Have we stemmed the outgoing flow? I think we have, actually. Meat's not a problem. Clothes, not a problem. Food, not a problem. Okay, good. We're actually importing... I was going to say slightly more food than fuel. However, that immediately seems to have been proven false. How are we doing on the pipeline front? Good. We're getting there. We are getting there. Okay, we've got that assigned. Yeah, it's looking good. Looking very, very good indeed. How much steel do we still have at the steel yard? Oh, plenty. Plenty, plenty, plenty of steel. Plenty of mechanical components. Plenty of workers to draw from. Loads of coal. Loads of asphalt. We've got brand new, lovely, fast road over here, which is fantastic. Tell you what, let's continue that trend of building roads over here. Brilliant. That should automatically assign, right? Road connection doesn't exist. Okay, that's cool. I am going to need to make sure that we do something like this, though, so that nobody gets lost. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Very, very cool indeed. Nobody living with their parents. That's totally fine. Let's go back to Potatograd, see what's happening over in Potatograd. Where is Potatograd? Potatograd's over here. Brilliant. Okay, look, we're on to second phase. The second phase of construction. Very important second phase. And actually, this is the phase that we are best prepared for. We have so many open hull trucks that we can deal with this. We can absolutely deal with this. This is not a problem. Right, asphalt's now required. That's fine. We can deal with that in a sec. Yeah, this is the stage that I'm most happy about. Okay, steel. The next steel truck is over here. That's irritating. We're actually probably not going to have enough steel. Yeah. Yeah, we do need more steel. We do need more steel. We're desperate for this stuff, actually. I mean, we're going to need 162 tons. And we do have quite a lot of steel in transit at the moment. However, this empty truck that is coming up here should be carrying steel, and it's just not because it's empty. You're trying to load asphalt. What are you doing? You're not going to find it here. Not going to find it here at all. Why is nobody building... Why is nobody building this road? I understand that there is a... there's a dearth of trucks, but I don't know why you're not. Let me see if I can assign... Again. Does that make any difference? I don't think it's made any difference. No. No trucks are really seemingly that bothered. Can I assign a paver? There we go. Will that make any difference? Yay! We're gonna see a paver get dispatched. Brilliant. Fantastic to see. Love to see it. Love to see it. Okay, look at this. We have magically cut down journey time. Mostly. We just need to do a tiny little bit more work. 380 rubles. You know, I can just about fork out for that. Okay, brilliant. The cranes are arriving. Fantastic. Very, very nice indeed. Construction is 100% in progress, and we only need 100 more tons of steel. We've got 12 of those tons in the depot waiting for collection. That's cool. We probably have a couple more tons already in transit. That is brilliant. All the prefab panels will be here very, very quickly indeed. And all of the cranes that we've got are going to inevitably speed up construction rather substantially, which I'm very, very happy about. That's very, very good. Very, very good indeed. Man, this is looking real nifty. This is looking good. This is looking really, really good. I highly suspect that we will have no issues at all completing this vehicle production line. Yeah. Other than, of course, the previously highlighted slight lack of steel. Although 16 tons over there, that's fine. What do we need? We need coal? Yeah, we need coal. But you know, we got a couple of trains. We got a couple of trains coming through. I tell you what, I just cannot wait until those tunnels are done. When those tunnels are done, oh boy, it's gonna be incredible. 52,000 workdays. Can you believe that? 52,000 workdays. That's bananas. 1,562 tons of bricks. How much would it cost me to complete? Over 1.2 million. Over 1.2 million rubles. Although the price is coming down every day that we look at it. That's cool. That's cool. I like the fact that we're building a tunnel by ourselves. Look at this. Look at the progress that we're making on the vehicle production line. That's brilliant. That's really, really good. Oh man, we just need more steel though. We need more steel. We need so much more steel. Yeah, this area is really, really a huge bottleneck. Man, it really, really is. It slows absolutely everything down. You know what I really want to do as well? I do want to... That's iron. I want to move all of the aggregate unloadings to the other side of the track, so that we don't have to cross over track in order to get to where we want to go. Because it just slows everything down. It just slows absolutely everything down. And it's just a big old problem. A big old problem. However, we are processing coal, like, at lightning speed. Which is very, very nice. I mean, as soon as coal comes in, we are processing it pretty much instantaneously. We've got a lot of workers devoted to doing that. 88 tons of steel. That's what we require. Yeah. We still need 123 tons of the stuff. I mean, we are making it. We're just not making it fast enough for my liking. That's the problem. That's the real problem. Yeah. Okay. Alright, well, you know, I mean, look. The problem is, you know, there's pretty much nothing that can be done about that to speed it up that much further than what it's already been sped up. Let's take a little look at the pipeline, see how things are going. We should have we should have all of the stuff here ready to go. Should have all... Oh no, we don't have all the stuff there ready to go. We don't have all the stuff there ready to go. Don't have all the stuff there ready to go. That's all been sorted. Where are all the trucks? Are we still moving stuff? We are still supposedly still moving stuff. Why is this not being built then? Let me just assign the other construction office here as well. Just to make sure everything works a little bit better. There we go. Okay. Source for mechanical components isn't assigned. Do I need to assign a source for mechanical components? Maybe it's concrete. Was it concrete that was required? I think it was concrete that was required. That's why we've had no progress. That's fine though. Totally fine. Right. We've got food. We've got food. Brilliant. We've got food over here. What are you? Your food. Cool. We've got food. We should have... Is that a second food truck? Yeah, we got 2 food trucks going to the small shopping center. Is that really? Okay. Alright. I guess I'm okay with that. I did do that at the start of the episode, but that's fine. I tell you where all my steel is gone. My steel is presumably... Some of it's gone into this building? No, none of it's gone into that building. Right, well... We've really... I was going to say we've really let go of our teaching credentials. However, it doesn't look like we have. Looks like we're mostly okay. Now we can start work on the prefab flats over yonder, which is very, very good. I just love building stuff by myself. How many educated people do we have here? 32 educated people. We need to get to a critical mass. We need to get to a critical mass of people. Adults living at home, still living with parents. 402 in the entirety of Potatograd. And out here, 168. So each of those people is unable to be productive. I think they're able to be in education. However, they're not allowed to be in anything else. Just because they're not, apparently. Okay. Yeah, so supposedly... Get to kindergarten. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. I think this flight will be absolutely a-okay. I do kind of want to fund it actually, just myself, but I also don't want to. Also, why is nobody working on this now? Road connection doesn't exist. Oh, it's because the electronics just haven't been fixed in yet. Okay, fine. Just, you know, just build it, and then we'll just get it all sorted. That was totally my bad. I actually thought that at least one road connection had been established. To be honest, we can just ditch those road connections. They're not actually required. They're actually just completely not required. We just need a singular road connection, that's it. And that's going to mobilize a bunch of trucks, and that should work just grand. Man, oh man, oh man, this is looking good. Okay, so now that that is mostly in place... Okay, that's really good too. Glad that that's working. Have we got anyone assigned to do work on that? No, we do not. Let me just assign these two thingamajiggers right over here. Road connection doesn't exist. Frankly, I beg to differ. I might need to build those manually, but that's fine if indeed I do. Oh, we need 65 tons of steel. Oh, that's what's required right now. That's all that we really need. Well, this train is about to depart. Is that the final load needed to send the boat off? It is actually the final load that's needed to send the boat off. That's good. That's going to make a fairly large amount of money for us, which is very, very good indeed. Making mechanical components at a fair rate at the moment. 141,000 rubles to finish that whole construction off. I don't think I can bring myself to spend that kind of money. I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not. What we do need to do, however, is look at the ingredients that we will need to make a car. Now, what we need to make a car: plastic, mechanical components, electronics, and fabric. Now, we've got mechanical components, and we've got steel as well, which is stored in a separate type of storage from the stuff that is stored in the warehouse. I don't actually think that we'll need to connect anything else up here, I don't think. I mean, we're going to need more steel production. That has become absolutely apparent to me. We do probably want to just set up a single truck. A single truck, yeah, ditch whatever you're doing. Ditch whatever you're doing. And, let me see. I want to go to... Now, that's the fabric factory, isn't it? Yeah. So I want to go to the fabric factory. Max load of fabric. Wait until loaded. Yeah, I mean, you're the only truck that's actually going to go to the fabric factory, but there we go. How do we not have enough food? That is absolutely shocking to me. It's because we're building up our livestock, isn't it? That's what we're doing. We're building up our livestock, and that's going to continue to be... Yeah, it's going to continue to be a pain. If I was to buy... What, like 140 tons of livestock? How much would that set me back? Not auto purchase, just a manual one-off purchase. 150 tons of livestock. It cost me about 56,000 rubles. That would fill it up to max, which would mean that all food production, or all crop production, could go into 100% into food. Because we're close. We're close to hitting that point that we need to get it to, but we're not quite there yet, unfortunately. Anyway, so fabric factory, cool. You're gonna go to the fabric factory, and then we're gonna zip right on back to this warehouse over here. We're actually going to limit the amount. Chemicals, no, we don't require chemicals, do we? No, we don't. Fabric is a yes. Alcohol's a no. Food's a no. Clothes is a no. Electronic components, I'm gonna leave on. Mechanical components, obviously. Fabric doesn't need to be that large. Plastics and electronics. Yeah, I think that's actually totally fine. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good ratio. Okay, so that truck. Cool. And you can just start. I suspect that one singular truck transporting fabric will not be enough. However, we will deal with that. We will deal with that at a later date. I need to sort out chemical production as well. Chemical production is woefully lame at the moment. Steel, we just need 41 more tons of flippin' steel. That's so irritating. It's so irritating because I mean, we're so close, you know? We're so close. And also, you know what's even more ridiculous? Is the journey that these trucks have to take. Let me actually see if I can... Too steep of a descent, really? If we just do it in baby steps. There we go. See this? This looks tedious. This is tedious, actually. Okay, flatten that out. Oh boy. Oh. Okay, take that back to there. Too steep. Still too steep. Oh, goodness gracious me. Okay, just see if we can... It doesn't even need to be flat necessarily. Just get it averagely flat. Have I actually improved anything there? I don't think so. What I'm basically trying to do is create like a shortcut. Even if it doesn't necessarily look like a shortcut. The aim of the game is to try at least and... At least try and maybe make it a little bit easier for all of the steel trucks coming through here to get round to the back. Okay. Just wiggle, side to side. Okay, and then delete that. Average that out. I know, it really does seem rather counterintuitive that, you know, we're now undoing all of the good work that we did in order to flatten this area out. However, I do think that this is actually going to make a pretty spectacular difference. Oh, come on. Come on, that's barely a steep road. Barely a steep road. Okay. Increase the height there. Cool. Alright. Too steep of a descent. Come on. There we go. Okay, brilliant. Now it should be relatively easy to get it down here. No. Okay. Alright. I remain confused and upset. Okay, try that. Oh god. I feel like my brain is losing cells right now. It's upsetting. I saw green. I saw green. Can we fit you around the sides here? We've got to be able to. I just have a chronically bad feeling that this is not going to work. Okay, good. Keep going. Don't really know what's happening there with that little tiny bit of land. Oh god. I mean, it was started as a genuine effort to try and make it easier for the steel to be transported. I now feel it is a bit of a poison chalice, to be honest. Frankly. Bit of a poison chalice. It does seem rather impossible to make this road want to work. However, we shall persevere. We shall persevere. Because it might just make all the difference. It also might not make any difference. You never know. Sometimes video games, right? Am I right, gamers? Okay, there we go. Get that in there. Brilliant. We did it. We did it. Okay. Officially the best gamers. Officially the best gamers around. Nice. Alright. So is that going to make any difference to anything? I have absolutely no idea. It will mean that the route between steel drop-off areas should be less. It should be quicker. It should be quicker to get from where they need to be or from where they need to go. I guess that'll just remain to be seen. Okay. Making any progress on the prefab flats? No. I'm just going to import the steel. Okay, now, so 400 people. This flat should fill up pretty much instantly if everyone moves out. And that should free up some space elsewhere, right? Yeah, see, look at this. So that number should be reducing, yep, in correspondence with this number increasing. Cool. Very, very cool. Okay, so we only need like another 2 of these flats, and then we will have finally liberated every 21-year-old plus from their parents. And also, you know, not to mention the fact that we've gained ourselves a bunch of extra workers, which is really, really rather nice. We need to add a little bit of path infrastructure over here. There we go. Good to see. We'll just build that. Mostly just to make sure that we can access the kindergarten. And or a school. Don't think we can actually access a school. 12 workers without jobs. I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it. Man, I mean, where do we build? Where do we build the next tranche of housing? I mean, this area over here is looking increasingly more attractive. However, this was kind of like a... I don't want to say like a restricted park area, but I feel like it kind of is. I think we've got a plan for like new houses to be built over here. like a whole new like mini estate. Okay. You do not want to go down here. I don't understand it. There we go. Flatten that out. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, good. So that's a lot of new flats that we've zoned. So that should suffice. What the heck? What the heck is happening here? Do we need to build that? If I build that, will it make a difference? What the heck? What the heck happened? Some other infrastructure's in the way? Yeah, did we just run out of power? No, we've got power here. Maybe it was the unbuilt path that was connecting on? I don't actually know. Either way, once the paths have been built to each of these houses, we should be able to just start construction on the brand new ones, and that will get us some more workers. Where those workers are gonna live and work, that's another question. I mean, look. There we go. Get that built, otherwise we might have a trolley bus problem again. Cool. All right, that's looking pretty darn nice. Little expansion for Potatograd, definitely needed. Whether I build up like additional infrastructure like a kindergarten or stuff around here, we'll probably deal with later. What I am saying though is that this area here, prefab flat 20, is probably a good place to just buy like a bunch of academics who can come to work at the technical university and teach the thousands and thousands of students that we have across Potatograd. We have a real dearth of proper education occurring right now. 6 point something tons of steel. 6 point something tons of steel. That's good. Ah, we're almost there. We're almost there. $83,000 left. Look at that. Alrighty. 12 tons of steel required for the last final bit. The last final phase of... the last final bit of this phase, which is pretty darn nice. And there we go, just like that. We're so close. We're so close. We're so close. So unbelievably close. It really does pain me. Okay, how are we doing at the pipeline? How are we doing at the pipeline side? We should be making some progress. We've just got no workers. Where are our workers going? I mean, they're clearly being put to work in different places. I mean, the groundworks on all of these different pumping stations seem to be fine. I mean, you are going to... You're going to that pumping station there. And we're building this bit of pipeline, apparently. Okay. Alright, the groundworks can be completed just independently by a excavator. But I don't understand. I don't understand where the people are being shuttled to. What about here? You're being shuttled to road 857. All the way down here. Okay, I see. And presumably you're not getting here before the workers despawn. I suspect that that might be the case. Right. Okay, so are we gonna have... Are we gonna have an issue here? Are we gonna have an issue with where we draw workers from? I think that we probably will. However, that's actually pretty easy to fix. That's actually pretty easy to fix, if that's indeed the case. Because we've already got a construction office here. So all we need to do, if that is the case, is move a couple of buses around. Right. Yeah, you're almost here. However, I suspect that you're going to run out of workers in just a second. Am I correct in thinking that? Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. Here comes the bus. Brilliant. Okay. Is there a bus stop in the center of town? No, there's not a bus stop in the center of town. However, there's a train platform in the center of town here that we can always use. Because you auto-assign workers as well. Cool. Alright. It's going to be very, very close, in fact, because it looks like that road's been built easily enough. Whereas this road... Ah, yes. Okay, so everyone despawns just before you get there. That's a crying shame. Okay, change depot or workplace. There we go. Go over there. Workers. Specify a building or a source. There we go. Okay, so you see, now... There we go. Now this bus is going to be dispatched to come and deal with road 867 or whatever, which is pretty good, and that should make things a heck of a lot easier. That's actually really, really good. I'm pretty happy about that, actually. Glad that we built a production system there. It means that we should be able to draw workers from absolutely everywhere. The only thing that I am a little bit concerned about is how it works in terms of, like, distribution, i.e. which workers are going to get called to which pumps. It's pretty apparent to me that everywhere up to about here can be serviced by the mini construction offices. Yep, there we go. That's pretty good. And another 19 workers over here. Brilliant. Yeah, that's fantastic, actually. Yeah, that's really rather brilliant. Yep, I'm very, very happy with that. Okay, so that should mean now that workers are going to get dispatched to a bunch of different pumping stations along the route here. So you're going to road 873. You're still going to roads over here. Okay, you know what? Unassign mini constructo huge construction office. Yeah. Because otherwise, there will be problems. So instead, that's just going to be dealt with by the local construction office, which is totally fine. Oh boy, this is not ideal. We've got people just walking in here. And there's no materials at all to start work on that. So that's going to be a little reduction in our oil production capacity for a little while. But does that really affect me? Not really. Not really too much. 50 workers, part-time. Not going to make that much of a deal. What I really am concerned about is just getting to work on these pumping stations. Like, please, just start, chaps. This is good, though. The cranes have been dispatched. That looks positive. 2 cranes are coming out, and we should see these guys. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, we're gonna start the work. See, when we actually do, when we actually do start work on a project, it actually happens reasonably quickly. It's just about making sure that all of, like, the prerequisite components are in place before everything will work pretty nicely. Looks like we've got the maximum amount of cement that we can store in that silo. That's pretty darn good. We've got a decent amount of steel. How are we doing at the vehicle assembly area? Oh my goodness, would you look at that? We have made so much progress. That's brilliant. That's really, really good. Okay. Place on fire. We should be able to deal with that, right? Yep, there is a 100% a connection. So that's cool. Fire truck connection. Do we not have a fire station over here? I do not think we do. We do, however, have a hospital without ambulances. Or maybe there are ambulances, but they're just out and about at the moment. Either way, we'll get a couple more. Where's the fire truck? Fire trucks are en route right now. Don't quite know why it took them that long, but that's fine. Okay. Oh, 3 fire trucks. 4 fire trucks are actually coming. Brilliant. Okay, so we should have no issues putting this fire out. Only 2 citizens are killed. That's fine. We've got a couple of adults living with their folks at the moment, so no harm, no foul if a couple of people die. Free up some space for the next generation. God, that's crude, isn't it? Wow. I said that and immediately regretted it. Okay. 2.8 tons of steel. Should I just buy some steel in? I feel like maybe I should. I really do want to get this done. I really do want to get this done. Although at the same time, it's like we are making steel. We're making it pretty darn quickly. We're making it pretty darn quickly. We've got the resources that we need on site for the most part. Oh, well, turns out that we're totally done at this prefab flat. I kind of don't want this prefab flat to be occupied by people who are now old enough to live without their parents. I guess it doesn't really matter, but I did sort of think this could be the flat that I was going to put academics in. However, I guess maybe it doesn't really matter that much. That's totally fine. Either way, again, we should see this number decline. We won't get all the way down to 0, but we're going to get pretty close. Also, there's been 13,000 deaths. How long do these people live for? 13,000 deaths. In a place with a population of 5,200. What? That's bananas. That's totally bananas. Either way, are you able to access all facilities, chaps? I think you actually are. Yeah. Yeah, you're able to access all facilities bar a cinema, I believe. And sport. And sport as well. Sport's very important. Okay. Steel, steel, steel. Steel pretty much everywhere is the one resource that is required for construction of absolutely everything. Oh, I tell you what. You are picking up steel to go to Constructograd. Not Constructograd. Go there. Unload. 100%. There you go. Yeah, just go back and unload for now. It's just going to allow us to get an extra 16 tons. There we go. And then we'll swap you back. Cool. Sure. Alright, so you got most of that. Are you going to the vehicle assembly area? No, you're going to... You're going to... Wait, what? Where are you going? Why are you going to Constructograd Open Storage? Oh, you're going to the open storage over at... Oh, okay. That's irritating. Right, I meant to put that into... Okay, well at least the vehicle production dude is going to get access to the steel first. It's quite nice. How much more steel do we require here? 17 tons of steel. Oh, come on. Also, look at my money. My money. I actually haven't spent that much money over the course of this episode. Can you believe that? I should probably just repay the loan, right? I should probably just repay the loan. I mean, I don't really need to take it out, I guess. I guess I didn't really need to take that loan out. Can you believe that? Can you actually believe that? Let's also... Not enough money for this return. Oh, it's just this one. 7,000. Here we go. Get rid of that one. That's 2 loans off our books in quick succession. Can you actually believe it? Can you actually believe that I repaid more loans than I took out over the course of this episode? I mean, sometimes miracles can happen. Oh, 37,000 flipping rubles. Ugh. Who's the dude that's supposed to be transporting mechanical components? And why is it not happening? We need closed covered hull. That's the one. Yeah. Okay. That's my bad. I should have assigned you. I should have assigned you earlier. Yeah. 8 tons of mechanical components. You're going to mini constructo. Fire over here. Yeah, there's a fire engine. Fire engine with 3 fire trucks, and it's already been dispatched. Brilliant. There we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Brilliant. Okay. Pipeline, I think, should now be making much faster progress than it was when I last checked. Yeah, look at that. Okay, we've built like 3. We've built like 3 brand new pumping stations, and we've also built a bunch of pipeline as well in the interim, which is really, really good. We're working on 3 bits simultaneously, which is really quite impressive. We're building 2 pipelines, 1 pumping station. Yeah, brilliant. No, I'm very happy with that. That's really good. That's really, really good. So that's what? We're maybe just about over halfway, I suspect. Which is pretty good. Very, very good indeed. Last chance to buy a random vehicle, which I've never considered buying. Got... Oh, goodness gracious me. Has this had any impact on the amount of fuel that we're importing? A little bit, maybe. Wait until unloaded. And you actually cannot unload. Wow. Okay. I mean, that's shocking. That actually worked as well as it did. Okay. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. We're actually transporting too much fuel. Can you believe that? We're actually doing better than we anticipated. That's crazy. I mean, it's good. It's really good. It's really, really good. But, just gonna keep a little eye on this and see what the situation is. Untick that. Don't need to wait until you're unloaded. You know, you can just head off. It's more important to me that we're supplying fuel to everywhere across the map as opposed to, you know, wasting a little bit of fuel by not having the trucks wait until they've unloaded. Cool. Yep. Yeah, it all looks fine. All looks fine to me. Yeah, looking good. And you're filling up. You're filling up, you're unloading. There's this weird balance where it seems to be every second truck is filling up and every second truck is unloading. I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it, to be honest. Alright. Yeah, it's... What the heck is this ratio? It seems to be working. I guess it's like 1 truck from this side, 1 truck from this side. These trucks are all waiting to unload. These trucks are all waiting to fill. So I guess as long as, like, this ratio exists, then I guess we'll be fine. Although there's not an unlimited backlog. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. Yeah. Real funny. Real funny, real funky. But I dig it. Okay, you know what? That can wait a little bit. Okay, 7.7 tons of steel. We've got the mechanical components all on site. Literally, video game. 8,000. 8,000 rubles. Can I afford 8,000 rubles? I think I can afford 8,000 rubles. How much steel have you got? You've got 3.5 tons of steel, so we might as well wait until you've done what you need to do. And that takes the cost down to 4,000 rubles. You know what? I'm just going to purchase it. Just get it done. 4,000 rubles for the last little leg is not too bad. Goodness gracious me, we got it. I can't believe it. We actually did it. We got the vehicle production line up and running. Now, we need to at least get the blueprint and at least see if we can get everything else up and running. Or at least in a position to be up and running that all of the resources can sort of be collated. We got a little bit of fabric over here. That's pretty cool. Build those industry connections. We've got plenty of money at the moment. Yeah, not too unhappy with that. Okay, we need to license a blueprint, and we would love, I think anyway, a KMZ. That's only going to cost me 174,000 to license. Can I buy anything better than a KMZ? 174,000. The KAZ seems more expensive. But it requires more electronics. The ZIL dumper. Why would I want the ZIL dumper? I mean, it only carries 9 tons, whereas this thing carries 16 tons of everything. I mean, we need to get dumpers, we need to get open hull, and we need to get covered hull, right? So, in total, given... I mean, I don't actually understand why it's going to cost me a separate licensing agreement to get different varieties of the exact same truck. However, I guess that's okay. I guess I can live with that. Concrete mixers as well. I'd love concrete mixers. Tower cranes. Don't really need tower cranes. I could get tower cranes. I haven't really experimented with tower cranes that much, to be honest. I think we want to get open hull first, right? Like, we want to get a KMZ. No, not that one. Yeah, KMZ 510 open hull. I can just buy it outright. There we go. I mean, look, we're gonna get more later on for sure. So that sets up pretty much what we need in order to get what we need to get. Mechanical components we're sorted for. Electronic components we're sorted for. I tell you what, why don't I just try buy in plastics? I mean, it's going to be an expensive endeavor, don't get me wrong, but worth it. Electronic components as well. There we go. Sort that out. I mean, did that say 85,000 rubles? Oh boy, it did. It said 85,000 rubles. That's the minimum. Oh boy. Fine, but that's everything else, right? That's absolutely everything. So we should be able to pretty much just start building stuff right now. Apart from the fact that we're not going to be able to start building stuff right now. Hold up. We are going to need to get a forklift situation going here. Can I level the terrain a little bit here? And we'll just get a single forklift station for now. There we go. Yep. Just a singular forklift. No, not even a singular forklift from that level. I mean, I could put a forklift garage up here. I tell you what, I can just take this road out now, can't I? Yeah. I still can't put a forklift garage up here. It does look even from this perspective, although I can appreciate it might not be even. Right. Is this too steep? That's not too steep. That's totally allowable. Great. Well, I'm delighted that forklifts apparently can travel up and down at that attack angle. Building is without a power supply. Yeah, I mean, this entire area is without a power supply, isn't it? I think we need to briefly get that connected up so that we can make everything work. Electric substation. Ditch that. Stick in a medium voltage switch. Yeah, it didn't connect that up there. Cool. Cool. Fund all that. Fund all that. Fund all that. Okay, brilliant. Everything should work now. Correct. No engineers. We don't have a single educated person. Right. Well, that will be a problem. That will be a big old problem. And also, we don't have any steel or mechanical components. Yeah. No task for forklift trucks. There we go. Brilliant. You guys do what you need to do. Take the resources to where they need to go to. Thank you very much. Brilliant. Okay, still no engineers, but that is steel sorted, right? Okay. Are we at least going to start? Can we start anything? I mean, what are the chances of an engineer just coming to work on the train? I guess we can have a little look, actually. Literally nobody. Literally nobody that's an engineer. Yikes. It's a bit of a bummer. We are making mechanical components, though, in fairly large quantities, which is good. But we just need at least one engineer. At least we just need one singular engineer in order to make the whole process work. Right. And then mechanical components as well. Is that actually connected? Doesn't really look like it's connected, but there we go. What we might see now is we might see an engineer come up. No, we're not going to see an engineer come up at all. Do we have any engineers? I think we do. We've got loads of engineers, actually. But none of them are wanting to work at Constructengrad. I mean, that presents a problem. That presents a problem. Don't get me wrong. It absolutely presents a problem. We need to get more educated people for sure. And I think that's what we're going to have to do in the next episode, because we just need engineers. And we're also going to need to connect up this little network together, because I want to start drawing more people in. This station here, kind of a little bit redundant now, to be honest. Kind of a little bit redundant, since this train platform supplies everyone, actually. Can supply every factory. We should probably just start using that a little bit more. We also need to fix up our rail network. This is beyond a joke, really, as far as I'm concerned. Now we need to seriously think again about how we deliver resources. But you know what, ladies and gents, thank you oh so much for watching. I actually, believe it or not, accomplished my mission over the course of this here episode. We do still need to get plastic production. I am aware of that. We also need to get electronic component production and electronics production, but we're probably going to get to that in the next episode, or maybe the episode after that. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Thank you for watching, folks. As ever, if you're interested in helping out, make videos like this possible, check out the Patreon. You're more than welcome to support the channel if indeed you enjoy these videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.